Chamberlain against the Ballers for years, bro. Stop telling me that we don't know that.
Here's the thing. Get that fucking RC car out of here. Whoever's
I'm about to shoot
shut
that fucking Eugene. Fuck off, man. Just fucking leave.
You can stop moving around. Just stop moving around. It's not that hard.
Yeah, just stand still, please. Thank you.
Marty, can you go ahead and then I want to say something after Marty.
All right. Okay. Now, the last time you fought with the Ballers, right? Respectfully, they were on top of your shit. All right, they kept the fucking pressure pretty hard. I don't want to say they were rolling you, whatever. I don't want to sound disrespectful, but they had good pressure. Now, I spoke with them during this war, and they couldn't contest your spray for weeks, so they gave up. That's what I'm talking about. No one here. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Like you act like fucking.
Let him finish, brother. Please let him finish, and then you can say your piece.
None of you are vulnerable. That's the truth. Rust is vulnerable. BSK is vulnerable. We're vulnerable. That's the truth. Okay. None of you are vulnerable. You can't lose anything. You don't sit there. You don't have the fire because you can't lose anything.
All right, can I, Marty, I'm the only one in GSF who's EU, bro. Nico just came back from a break, right? Man just woke up, so me and Nico's the only cast in EU. How do you want us to fucking...
That's cap. I'm around at all times.
Kai was been
I'm around. I'm the face of GSL.
And Benny too.
I'm actually
and Benny
Calm
too.
down with that, bro.
And Benny too. Benny be around heavy too.
All right, so like 4
I
or
don't
5
even know why
cats,
you're
right?
here.
You don't know why I'm here?
He pee with the Dons, all right? Be a
I mean,
from the Dons.
I do share a similar sentiment to Marty, simply from a law standpoint. All right, now I've got an issue with the Lost, and there's some business I want to have with them.
I know,
but I can't take fucking shit from them because them motherfuckers
chat.
aren't around ever, and most certainly there ain't 6 of them around for me to take a spray, contest anything, nothing. So I think that's what he was getting at there. So I mean, I understand that frustration, but I also understand.
We talked about the solution first.
There are people
but
that
I
can't
say
wake
here,
up
it's
at
an
certain
OC
times.
thing,
It's harder.
Like, that's
it's
how it is.
I understand,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
not a variable in our lives.
Nah,
That's
but-
it's
the
a big
most important
variable.
thing. It's the thing in our lives, bro.
I got
can't get
you.
off that fucking train.
I had a
It doesn't matter
very
what
simple
on the app or
solution that
not.
solves like most of the
I don't
issues
know
when it comes to
bro,
spray system.
The European train, I see, that's the most I've ever seen a Southside pop. European train.
that's always been the case.
You know what I'm saying? So
Because it's not as
if majority of the Southside is European, so there should be no problem with not squashing out beef on the European train.
I'll take this in a second.
But that doesn't change the fact that motherfuckers can't be.
It's just really loud in here,
on
so
the EU
I can't even
times
think.
because they have shit to do out the city. Like,
GSF is NA
there's only certain people like me, Yusuf, and Kai who can be around on a regular, and that's for me at least only speaking the last 4 hours of EU.
There's a lot of fighting that can happen in the last 4 hours. But I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying though.
And I think they're
and I hate to say, and my fault for cutting you off, OTT.
That's all
I
good.
hate to say it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's a gang issue, bro. You gotta, I don't know if you gotta like, you know,
Bro, it ain't no
recruit.
gang. It's a fucking app issue, and you know it, bro. Stop saying we gotta recruit. Like,
What
come
you
on.
mean?
If
Yes,
I
you can recruit though.
bro.
You just said you lost 7 members and you went back
And
up.
I did.
Dex. Like,
we back up to it. Now, if I go and I recruit
how much
again,
members you got? How much members you got?
20 plus. Now, how many are active
So
and able
there's
to be
no
around?
way you can't have like.
And how many are active and able to be around? We got
And how
15
many is
people
NA?
on the
How
app.
many is EU, bro?
Exactly, bro.
Okay, so,
we got 15
I mean,
people on our app as we've chill, bro. We have 15 people on our app as we have always had, regardless of what motherfuckers want to think. Maybe it's because I don't fucking sit with my glasses on all day with my fucking app open, looking at the sprays, fucking jerking off on them and shit. So no motherfuckers don't know we've been had 15 people in the app. But that's not the problem. If I go and continue to recruit people, those people do not have a good train ticket, which influences presence. So y'all need to stop
at
acting
that
like
point,
shit is not
Dex,
like that.
and it sucks. This is where that sucks to
Yeah,
suck
it
part.
sucks to suck. Well, that's
Because
also the
then
reality.
you're gonna get consumed, bro. It's
Bro,
just
we
that's
know
how
that.
it works.
So why are you telling me shit that I fucking know? Stop telling me shit that I know.
So what are we like? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out like what
I
are we
didn't bring
talking
up
about.
the topic.
If
I didn't bring up the topic. You did.
If somebody's expanding, bro. Like you got to be able to get ready to be on
I
smoke.
didn't bring up that topic. You did. That's an obvious thing in the hood. If someone
Oh,
wants
okay.
smoke, that's it. I don't even know.
I apologize. Then I said my piece. I said my piece.
I mean, what happens? You know, okay, what happens if we, you know, as Southside gangs, you know, we could put in a request to the boss, saying like, hey, can we get this gang app updated? Can we get 20? Can we get 20? Can we get 20 people up on the app? You know,
You trying to have 20 people hold a block against 6, bro?
Oh Jesus, that's a problem.
Well, dude,
when I said it, and motherfuckers was making fun of me about it.
Dude,
so I don't know.
Well, yo, Fib, you need to take a hard nap because you sound like a robot.
What the hell is that?
What I'm saying is if there's more people allowed to be on the app, then there's a better chance that people will be able to try and take sprays. The problem is you only can put 15 on the app, and one of them is going to be the leader, right? So unfortunately, if said people aren't being able to wake up because of train ticket issues or life just in general happens, then there isn't going to be an adequate amount of people to be able to be on. Because I can tell you, BSK, we have more people awake, but we don't have any more spaces on the app. So we've got about 9-10 people in BSK that aren't on the app.
I see what you mean.
So yeah, so that's why I'm saying, you know, maybe we can have a conversation with the boss so that it gives a bigger opportunity for people to be able to take sprays. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Go ahead, Ray.
Just personally speaking on it, after so many turf wars that I did, like, there's some clear solutions, and I think we can all agree here that there's some major issues with the spray stuff. Like, you buy a spray can or a spray removal wipe, right? And you can't even use it 90% of the time, and you don't know when you can't use it. And that's a terrible, terrible thing. It would be super easy if we could go to the gang bosses there, the spray removal wipe, and you know when you purchase it, you're locked in. Once you're locked in, it doesn't matter if they, you know, it doesn't matter if people go to sleep, whatever it is. They had the people at that time. You can go for it. It'd be dope. But the thing is,
just imagine. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but just
ahead.
imagine if you had a wipe that was specifically tied to each gang, so you can only buy it.
That's what
when
I'm
you're
referring
able to use it.
That's exactly what I'm referring to. So, like, say as an example, because we fought Gulag Gang recently. If I wanted to wipe a Gulag Gang spray, and I would go there, and just purchase a spray wipe, right, for Gulag Gang specifically, and it says I can't buy it because, you know, not enough people around. Boom, I didn't waste my money or my time. But say I bought it and it locked me in, and I already paid all the money for it up front. There you go. At least I can use it. That would be the clear solution. At least someone can, when you can use the shit.
That doesn't fix the problem, but it would be nice.
It helps. It's part of the problem, and it definitely would help. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff Dex is talking about and Dean was arguing with him on, it honestly, to me, sounds like like the fact that NA, and this goes back to when I first came to the city, ESF has always been NA deep. Like, I used to sell, and this is me being honest, I used to sell on their block 24/7 during EU. Whereas pretty much every other Southside gang has always been EU. And EU has an easier time with the train, like a much easier time. Like, Russ doesn't have a lot of tickets in the low end, but we can still get in if we want. And then,
it's like us, yeah.
Yeah, but in NA, that's a completely different. This feels like a Storm issue to me.
Yeah, I agree. And I think some of it comes, you know, some of the people that are speaking are a little bit more, I hate to use the word, but a little bit more privileged and have a little bit more of a head start, so to speak. And I think it dilutes a little bit of what we're really going through down here at certain times of the day. But I also agree with what they say, as in if somebody wants to expand and somebody's coming in on somebody's turf, it is up to the gang to hold down their shit and to really defend it. I do fully agree with that. I also will say it is easier said than done.
Say amen.
What you mean?
Bro, amen. What you talking about?
It's the truth, bro. Like, I mean, if you're a gang down here, bro, it's either you
We
gonna
are
have to
all
thrive.
gangs down here who have defended our shit, bro. You're not even in the gang right now. Don't say amen.
But I'm just saying, like,
Wait,
they
are
just
you in a gang?
don't.
Like, are you linked up? With,
right,
like,
right now, I'm by my. Yeah, right now I'm by myself. Right now.
Ain't no way, nah.
But yes, I see it from both sides. I do agree with both sides to a degree. I'm just trying to figure out a way that we can all kind of respect each other's struggles to a degree, but also
I love that.
Kind of get on the same page about where we want to go with this instead of all this bickering and bitching at each other about some things that we cannot control. So why don't we talk about the things that we can control? And that's our attitude, the respect for each other, the things that we do down here, how much and we don't want to press. I think we've made it all very clear that I think everybody in this circle presses random people that come down here. Some people don't see it. Some people see it more than others. Sometimes it happens more in the NA. Sometimes it happens more in the EU. Okay, it's all good.
We're going to be getting more traffic down in the Southside too. We just got that hospitals moved in. There's a lot of people coming down. There's going to be some new businesses opening up, hopefully, in the future. There's going to be a time where people start walking down there. I mean,
So,
there's going to be plenty of people to press.
listen, obviously I got invited here, and I appreciate that, OTT. And coming from a person perspective on it, if you guys want to solve an issue, because to be honest, most of this meeting has been going in circles, which is, it's not really solving the issues you guys are pushing forward. I guess the number one thing I'm noticing is a lot of you guys are complaining about being afraid to press too far with certain gangs in this room because you think that it's going to break out into a long-term conflict, like a war. When all you want to do is assert your, your gang on what you own, your turf, right? So if you can come up with a conclusion for that, I feel like that's solved 90% of your issues that you guys are bringing up.
But to me, that sounds very, how do I say this shit? So let's use that example again. Let's say, even though I don't agree with it, is what it is, motherfuckers do what they want. Let's see me catch Marty robbing in the family's turf, right? I go ahead and I beat Marty's ass. I don't expect Marty to just be like, oh, they caught me. That's it. I got to roll over and take it. Like, no. But I also don't expect Marty to come through with attack helicopters and so what, we've got to find a medium for that. But then again, who am I to tell a man how to react to shit? I just feel like we're going down a slippery slope that is going to be great in theory and never going to happen in practice. If we say, okay, well, if you catch somebody, just make sure you only beat them up and only rob what they took. Then it's going to say, oh, no, you took this and that. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. I'm going to war with you. Like, how do we find that middle ground? Because I really don't think it's going to be easy to find that shit. Like,
we won't.
So then...
We ain't payday. We're not going to run around with rules.
That's you know what I'm saying, bro. I hate to break it to you, man. I want to keep doing the same shit. Rome having that little issue with from that example, I'll talk to Rome on it. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. But other than that, we can't be pussyfooting even against ourselves. If I catch anybody, that's what I told the homies. We can't really, like, is that what we're talking on right now? Is that what you're trying to say right there? Like, is that like a major issue? How far should you go when you press another person?
Like I said, I personally don't give a shit anymore. I exclude myself from that shit. It's up to you guys, but it seems like all your issues are sprouting from that. I'm just commenting on someone seeing you guys argue, I mean,
I think a lot of these issues is respect. And I think certain people look down on certain people. And then I think certain people are taking that a certain way. And it's just button heads. I think that's what it is because ultimately I respect all the leaders that put in the hard work to keep this shit going because I know how tough it is. So like, I'm just not going to rob Dex's places. I'm just not going to rob GG or I'm not just going to rob. That's why when we go out and my boys can even contest to this. If we out in the north and we looking for people that are panning or people that are fucking doing metal detecting or whatever, it's not like we do that often, especially not the panner stuff. That's kind of old, but the metal detecting stuff or the meteorite shit or whatever.
Top
we want to go
5
collect
gifted,
some
by the way,
phones
dude.
and some lockpick.
I appreciate that. I just saw that.
And get some pistols.
If you're still here,
I'll
thank you.
always tell my boys,
chat.
if it's any Southside gang,
the RP's too good
we
right now
don't touch them.
to notice.
Period. But I also understand that that's my philosophy as a leader. Yeah. GG might have a completely different fucking vibe. Dean might have a different vibe. Dex might have a different vibe. Ray might have a different vibe. I just think at the end of the day, it's hard for us to put a rule down on what should and shouldn't be done because we can't dictate how people run their gangs. It's not on us.
It shouldn't be a rule. It should be just like, listen, I don't know what the end goal is for you guys is, you know what I'm saying, organizations, gangs, you feel me? But if it's once again, it's a dog-eat-dog world, man. If something happened, if you don't like the way this dude looked at you when you was driving by on fucking Strawberry, bro, like it's like if you want their shit, take their shit. It's just the way that shit's gotta have to go, to be honest with you.
Dean, can I ask you a question
Go ahead,
directly to you? You've been talking about what angle do y'all motherfuckers have? What angle do you have with your Southside plans?
Me, to be completely honest with you, I don't want to speak without Taco being here.
Bro,
Once
you
again,
doing
we can
it
chop.
with Taco.
We could
peace,
chop.
bro.
It's not even about doing it. It's because I don't want. Once again, I don't want that misinformation to happen, and then I'm gonna look like an idiot.
It seemed like you doing it, bro. I'm not trying to be disrespectful right now, bro.
Don't worry, Dean.
But,
Dex took the show tonight.
like-
You can't look as dumb as him.
Silence. God damn, bro.
Dean, you must have
go
some
ahead,
kind of
Alexis,
idea
you
though
got
what
it,
you're
bro.
coming down here for. You can't just play the
let
dumb
me-
card and say it's all on Taco. You must.
Yeah,
If you're sharing this responsibility with him, you must know why you're coming down here.
I mean, Dean, honestly, if you don't elaborate it just sounds like you're buying time because the
No,
ball
I'm not. I'm really not buying time, brother. I'm telling you, like, I will have a literal sit down in approximately an hour with you and just let you know what the goal is for us.
Let me ask you something, Dean.
Yeah.
You've rolled with Mandem for a while. How many wars were you involved with, like you yourself?
All of them.
How long? How many do you think?
Total? We had three, two, three.
3, 2. Okay.
3 or 2.
How
2 or
long
3.
did they last?
Probably a week.
You ever had to fight a 6-week war several times? You ever had to fight 3-4 week wars constantly for months?
I
Despair.
guess that's where.
Despair.
I guess that's where.
War after war after war after war.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That lasted 2, 3,
with
4,
gangs that
5 weeks.
that resources, like you'll never drain them. They have benches. They have
I don't know what
money
you're talking
printing
about,
fucking
chat. I
businesses
surely don't.
that run themselves. What the
never
fuck
dealt
are
with
we
that,
supposed
you
to do?
We can't do anything.
I can
Can't.
We can press these guys.
That's what I'm saying. You like the thing is, that's where I say it's a dog eat dog world, bro. Like
Yeah, but you're
it's-
saying
it's-
that on your ivory tower, bro.
Yeah,
right?
but
And
it's-
you're
I'm
using
by myself?
nah, bro. You're talking about Taco, who's Chang Gang, who has the backing of the biggest organization in the entire city. So when you say like if you lose it, you lose it, it's ridiculous.
Is that thing gonna fucking explode?
You know, it's one thing for us to
Oh
fight.
fuck! Get away from that.
The fuck? Fuck that, bro. I'm blowing that shit up.
Thank you.
I don't give a fuck who owns
Alright,
it or
alright.
nothing, bro. The fuck, bro?
Rami owns it. He was
Like, what is
twatting
this
about
shit?
our meeting.
Well, bro,
Yeah.
like, come on, bro.
So so
Pretending
as
like
an
that shit
example,
blowing up,
right?
that's not
So
funny.
when you mentioned that, because I'm hanging with Taco, he's part of CG. All right. So when I was Mandem, right? We picked our fights. You feel me? There's people that are bigger than us. CG's being one of them at the time. Like we picked our fucking fights, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we found an agreement to where, yeah, we might get fucked over, but we won't get fucked raw. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just the way it has to go. Like, I'm sorry, but if you cannot accept taking a small L instead of the bigger L, it's just the way it goes, brother. That's not my fault. That's everybody's fault.
I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. And I mean, I'll talk at a fucking space. Like I don't give a shit. Like
RP's good here today, chat.
if I'm fighting
We
a
liking
gang
it.
that has multiple gang members from different gangs, or I see another group down here that's fighting a gang that has multiple gangs, I'm getting involved if I like them. Period.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you don't have any type of power if you don't have their power in behind. All you have is your power, which I'm not saying you can't hold shit down and you can't fight gangs.
Right.
You do your thing. But if you using another entity that can print money and can get weapons on a dime while the rest of us struggle, and you can, when you came down and you're like, yo, I'll bleed out ballers. They'll go broke before they can do anything. That is just using the hierarchy power that none of us have. We don't have any of that shit. So like the top of the food chain down here is GG. That's the top of the food chain, right? And that's just facts. I don't give a fuck. I'll go and say it. But
That's what I'm saying.
He's
So,
gonna
like,
handle their business against me. I got to deal with that shit. I'm not getting anybody else involved. I'm gonna get my ass whooped, right?
Exactly. So the thing is, like, I feel like people are scared to get their asses whooped. Like,
I'm not
if it
afraid to get my ass whooped.
No, I understand that, OTT, and I respect the fuck out of you for it. You know what I'm saying? But if it comes out to the point where you have one spray left, like, I mean, motherfucker, at least you have one spray. It's just the way it is. I feel like people have to be able to accept that. You're in a
Who
gang.
is not
you're
accepting that?
I'm
What is
so
this? What is this?
confused.
What is this?
We
What are you
don't
even
get
talking
the
about?
side
Dude,
of
I lost
Who
three
is
sprays to
discounting
GG.
this? What?
GG told me give one and it's done. I knew I was gonna lose. I knew it. But I went there. I wanted to show them I'm not a bitch. And I'm going to hold my shit down. I lost 3 sprays, bro. And what did we do? Within 3 weeks, we had them sprays back. We grew.
Let me just get. So you said you lost 3 sprays instead of giving them 1, right?
Correct.
All right. So if you don't have the fucking firepower, just fucking bend the goddamn knee.
That's what he did.
I
did,
bro.
No. Let me paint the picture.
OTT. Once again, I'm not saying it for you only. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying for everybody. Like, if motherfuckers come down and takes Chamberlain, then just keep grandma's house. You feel me? That's all you
have. Who is discounting that's what we would do? Why are you trying to explain us things that we already know to be true,
I'm not gonna lie,
bro?
because it sounds like everybody's just scared to fucking press anybody, bro.
No, Dean, what they're saying is that.
What you mean no? What you mean no?
He's right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're scared to fucking. For instance, if somebody goes down there, right? Boom. For instance, if you would have robbed Jean-Paul and fucking Marty, all right, and they were like, all right, bet we want to fucking spray. If they want that spray, unless you have the fucking firepower to back it, then you know what I'm saying? Like, just watch your fucking lane. That's it.
Who the fuck would? Who said we wouldn't do? Bro, why are you?
But
you're making scenarios.
I promise.
Bro, you just made a crazy ass scenario. Okay. You went from saying before that your boy Rome. Bro, you just said earlier, Dean. Earlier you said he shouldn't have done it because it was 2v1. Now you're saying he should have done it and then dealt with the facts of he might take the spray.
All right, who said I wouldn't deal with the? Let me make a better scenario for you, Dex. Let me make a better scenario for you. Hold on, Dex. I got you to make it the better scenario for you, right? You're on Chamberlain with a fucking T-Rex in a back alley. There's 5 GSF members. Jean-Paul and Marty comes and rob your house. Your guy should have beat their ass and fucking took the shit they robbed from the house.
Oh, bro.
Boom.
If the scenario was like that, sure, great, yeah.
All right,
who is discounting that should have happened?
Hold on, wait, pause. And then if Marty's like, you know what, fuck that, fuck Dex, I'm gonna take Chamberlain, and they take your sprays,
and
it's a wrap.
Who the fuck care, bro? Why are you? Who is discounting that?
Yeah,
that
one
should
of my
be?
boys just got here. Is it cool?
Bro,
Nah.
I care. Of course, I would care, and I would fight you to try and take it. What? Why are you guys discounting that? That's what would happen. What?
Let me tell you a tale of VU. Okay, let me tell you the tale. Yes, the tale of the second GSF and GG war, and it was over the VU because Turk was out there slanging in front of his girl while he was getting a hand job outside of the VU, selling some fucking weed.
That's gangster than a motherfucker, bro.
Now, it became a debacle, right? Now, if you don't know what a debacle is, it's a problem, all right? It became a debacle. And I'm like, yo, we want to, bro, I don't care about the turf. I don't give a fuck. I just want to sell there. And it was a no. Stay the fuck away from me. It's my business, this, that. I said, you know what? It's about to be my business. So I went to war over it, all right? And I'm not sure if you remember, okay? I know I wasn't disrespectful before about the previous war because I don't want to speak on how someone else performed, but we absolutely slaughtered you guys. It was slaughter. We literally killed like 3 members. They literally died, okay? Now because you couldn't accept the fact that VU was going to be lost, I had to sit there and fucking please you because you couldn't fucking accept that loss and that you literally lost VU. I accepted one shit ass fucking Ring of Fire spray. And have you seen Ring of Fire? What the fucking spray looks like? Because you know for a damn fact it doesn't fucking say GG. You know it doesn't. Okay.
Oh, it's that. Oh, this is what it's over. Oh.
I should have had 6 of your sprays. I should have had 6.
You hold on to that. Okay,
I should have had 6 of your sprays, not the one that I don't even have to this day.
Okay. All right. Well, shit.
And you're lucky. You were lucky.
Hey, you know what, man? Maybe what you should have done is the 4 to 5 months where you didn't spray it. Maybe you should have sprayed it. You had 4 months to spray that shit, and you didn't spray it. So what do you think?
Dude,
bro, we went at war.
What are you doing?
You got the spray.
We were at war for.
And you're telling me I should have gotten the one at the Ring of Fire. Well, you didn't take your ass to the guy. You didn't, bro. For 4 to 5 months, you didn't take your ass to that guy and spray it. That is the point.
I don't give a fuck about the Ring of Fire spray. I don't give a fuck.
Then what is the point of the topic you brought up?
The point is we had a war over the VU turf. And I won the war, but didn't win the VU turf because you were too much of a fucking
You
bitch
didn't
to
win
hand
the
it over.
VU. Am I crazy, or is there not a Gulag Gang spray on the VU turf? What are you talking about, bro?
Give me a break.
I'm not giving you a break. I'm giving you a direction outside to the alleyway. It's literally in the alleyway. You can see it from the gas station. What are you talking about?
That was clean. That was actually funny the way he said that.
More. I didn't tell you to wait 4 or 5 months and then not do anything with the Ring of Fire, and then get mad when we did something with it.
Okay.
Are you trying to demand ownership for the fucking VU?
He's not even talking about the VU. He's talking about a spray, and I don't even know how this is a topic.
Yeah, but they got it.
I know. That's why I'm like, I don't get how this is a topic.
No.
Then what is the point of trying to bring up?
I want to apologize to you that you don't understand what I'm saying, and I would like to move on.
What?
Fair.
OGT, do you understand what he's saying? Does Russ, do you understand what he's saying?
I do.
It's tied on the dimes.
Okay,
Can you explain it to me then, Russ?
I can explain it. I can explain this in another way, okay?
Thank you.
The last war you had with the Ballas, it was over Chamberlain, right? They had a war, and the objective of the war was for the turf of Chamberlain. They won that war, but they had to settle for a dollar pill spray and left it at that because you couldn't accept the fact. You could not accept the fact that you lost.
Marty, wrong. Stop talking about things that you have no idea about. Okay. All right, bro. I wish the Ballers were here, but guess what? They're on the train, and they can't speak on this right now. They will be able to give you the actual lowdown of what went down with that. But you're the knowing all, seeing all. That's, to me, again,
I just realized
now you're speaking on the same situation.
He's
they had
such
to
a
settle
boss,
for
I hate
the
him.
dollar pills. What do you mean they had to settle for? What?
Because
dollar pills
it's
is
like Dean is
in
saying. It's like
Chamberlain.
That's not
like
me.
Chamberlain, bro.
All right.
So then what's the problem? You think we didn't lose enough?
That ain't me.
Right, you should have lost 2. You fought me. You should have lost.
You gonna
2.
let me? All right. Let me know when you want me to speak. All right. You keep talking. Let me know.
McGregor is such a boss.
The 2 examples you gave me, we lost a spray in that scenario. When Dean was trying to say, "Oh, you guys should be okay with losing sprays," no one is not okay with losing sprays. In these 2 wars, we lost sprays, and then your rebuttal is, "You should have lost more sprays." What? Okay, well, that's not my fault. You waited 4 to 5 months to do something about Ring of Fire.
Yeah, we do need
It's not
paid
my
eventually,
fault that the Balls decided to take dollar pills. Go yell at Mona, who's now Seaside about that. She made the decision. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Are you done? Now,
I'm ready for you to start.
Okay. The point is, right? You were saying, if we're not strong enough, yeah, we can get consumed. You were agreeing with Dean. Yeah, no one's disagreeing with you. Yeah, we'll get consumed if we're not strong enough. There have been 2 instances where you were not strong enough and you refused to get consumed.
What do you mean bro, what are you talking about? We refused to, quote, get, what is consumed to you? What does that mean? Like, what are you talking about?
Do you really want me to spell this out for you?
Bro, you just said you were in a war with us over the VU. I didn't refuse to get consumed. We lost a spray. That's it. We were at war. The war ended. You guys got the spot you wanted. Same thing with the Ballers. They wanted areas in Chamberlain. Chamberlain's a large neighborhood. We have multiple sprays in Chamberlain. They got a spray. They got what they wanted, which is territory increase. So what are you fucking saying, bro? Like,
I mean,
what are you
might
saying?
have to just spell it out to him, Marty. You might literally
consumed.
Just have to
So
say
you mean to tell me that you think that since the Ballers wanted sprays in Chamberlain, I should have just gave up the entire neighborhood of Chamberlain, which is I should have just gave them 6 sprays? That's what you're telling me.
You're not gonna like what I have to tell you.
Bro, it sounds like you're saying once you get in a war with someone, you throw up your hands and give up all your sprays because they consumed you. That's what you're telling me.
Okay. You know what I'm trying to get at here?
No, I'm not, bro. No, I'm not.
Maybe I can
the word
say,
consumed.
Okay.
What does that mean?
All right.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
This is GG.
Well, I'll just say this.
This is GSF. They're talking about this
EU
spray.
time, it don't matter what day
They're
it
talking about
is.
this spray.
Monday through Sunday, y'all have the ability to take our sprays at any time. Anytime. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, but how is this a fucking point to rebuttal
Monday
about
through
if
Sunday.
it's not in our fucking hand to do shit? Like this shit is not in our hands.
Are we really back at that point?
Yeah, we kind of went over this as an app issue, kind of.
This is about trains and the app again, bro. Like we
No.
I'm so lost what point y'all even trying to make. We went in 2 wars, one with John, one with GG. We have a spray system in place here to lose sprays. If you go to war with somebody, that doesn't mean you just sell all your fucking homes and bend over and give up. Which you have negotiations between gangs. So we lost the spray to GG. We had an issue with the ballers, back and forth. We lost the spray to the ballers. They expanded their turf and so did GG. What is the problem with that? Why are you telling me that the next thing needs to be?
Why are you talking like it's total war? Chat, don't say that word.
And you just for some reason you're tiptoeing around what that really means, which I don't understand what that means.
It's giving me.
What the
Okay.
Warhammer dissolve? Like,
I'll give it a go to explain it. I think what he means by consumed, and this is just a difference of philosophy and how wars go and how people fight wars. It sounds like the other gangs in particular, like when OTT phrased it, when Marty phrased it, they wish for the if an all-out war breaks out, right, and it's over, if it's over turf, like an expansion war, right, they're looking for equal opportunity to be able to contest sprays until you guys concede. So basically, if you guys don't concede, they can take 1, then they take 2, then they take 3, then they take 4.
Let me. Do we not have a fucking community meeting about this shit? Why are you guys saying you were talking about things that I've already been talked about on side channels? So what? Why are y'all using me as an example of things we've already spoken on? If we got to talk to the boss and update the app, this is not a me problem.
You want to know?
But I don't think it's what is even going on right now, yo.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why you're the example, okay? Let me tell you why you're the example. Dean is talking about if you're weak enough, you should be able to be consumed. You have been weak enough. You have been weak for months. You have been weak for a year, and you still refuse to be consumed.
Let me add something to this. Let me add something to this. I don't think
Dean, you're not a spot to be talking.
He is saying that you should be, if you're in a weak position or you're weak enough, that you should be able to just be extinguished as a gang. I don't agree with that.
That's a subjective thing. Like, who are you to think that we're quote weak enough? You know how much money I got and guns I got, drugs I got, connections I got? No.
I think he's talking about like just this make
what you fucking cannibals? What are you guys talking about?
Basically, he's saying that
what the fuck is going on right now?
No GSF.
Are we back in the circles thing, guys? Bro, I feel like I should just play the song at this point.
Hey, why shouldn't there be?
Because they basically destroyed you.
So that's what you're telling me. You're telling me again because I was in a fight with GG for 3 days that my gang should cease to exist. Because I was in a gang. I was in a war.
I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. That's what they say in OTC.
I don't agree with that.
Literally wars that lasted a day. I've been around for fucking years.
I've
I've been around for years, and I've been fucking in wars that lasted months. I could suck my dick talking about this. Oh, I got the least amount of sprays. We don't need to expand because we're not fucking greedy ego TikTok gangsters. We're in Chamberlain.
Who you talking to like that?
Where we need to be.
Like that, dumb fuck? Who you talking to like that, dumb fuck? Hey, listen, nah, watch your fucking tone. Hey, watch your fucking tone. And you sit there and show respect to me like a good fucking dog before I make you, dumb fuck. I kick your ass out of the Southside.
Dog, bro. I'm a dog. I'm a dog, bitch. Come here, bitch.
Oh, shit. No, fuck God, no. Oh, no.
Hey, Ray, I win.
God damn it, man. I'm just good, too.
Oh, no. There it is.
No, don't shoot me, Brent.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my stuck, bro.
God damn, I lost the bet. Fuck.
God damn, bro.
Fuck.
I mean, it's all part of the problem. You don't want to expand, then you're going to get consumed.
Oh, boy.
Tyrone, that was pretty much right on
I tried, guys.
I did have a second half of my point, but you know.
Why the fuck do we even have these meetings?
This shit is beyond pointless.
I will just say on the consuming part, I mean, let's be real. Like if the bigger gang don't like you, they can consume you, and it's just always going to be like that, no matter what. Chang Gang can come and consume any of us. Hydra can come consume any of us. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, what's the point of this?
Oh shit, you're not wrong, bro.
Like there is compromise. Like I can still exist.
I don't think any gang. I don't think any gang should be fucking
total annihilation
completely
is
annihilated.
Too much.
That's especially if it's coming from groups that are have a lot more than others that can literally do, like, you know, GG could go and do whatever they want to certain gangs. Chang Gang can do whatever they want to every gang. Shit, BSK could do things to certain gangs. Doesn't mean that we should.
I agree with you on that point. Yeah.
Like we it's okay to take it's okay to take a spray, take a couple of sprays, and then move on. Let them rebuild and revisit. I don't think that people should be like, oh, well, if we're just stronger, get fucked on, get better. It's like, dude, we struggle with so many different things. Like, we can't just fucking call upon to have 15 fucking killer shooters. Let's be real, man. The ones that really hold a lot of value, they go to the ones that already have the power. It's hard to hold certain people with certain things.
That's true.
Exactly.
Being shit on
like,
the
it's
whole
just
time.
tough. But I also see where the other side is coming from. But it's like, you know, it doesn't have to be a be-all, end-all. It's like there's got to be a middle ground or a 3/4 of the way ground. I would hate to see Dex lose everything or fucking Rust lose everything or BSK lose everything over what? Over one group that because they're stronger, more powerful, and got more money? That ain't right.
But that's where the politics should come into play. But that seems like to be a lost thing in the South.
Can I be honest though? Dean is actually a genius. Like, that guy's 160 IQ. He managed to gaslight the entire group meeting away from what he's doing with the Southside back to GG with GSF.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, bro. I tried, guys. I tried to get everybody together, have a fucking actual conversation, but Dex and Marty just don't like each other, man. I mean, it's deep. And it's deeper than I thought.
Bro, water and oil.
I felt like a meeting I had when I started my gang that just kept going in circles, man. I swear to God.
Your joint. Hi, give me a joint.
Oh shit! Hey, what's up, Hutch?
You shot me, by the way.
What's good? Is this real Hutch? Oh, this is real Hutch.
Yeah, that's a
joint.
Nah, I don't have a joint. It looks like a giant, man. God.
No, you. Hey, I don't know if you know this, Hutch, but you have like you have a clone that goes around stabbing people.
Yeah, it's part of the like the territory.
I mean, all I wanted to say to Dean is that no one's gonna believe that CG's not involved until the people he's got associated with either leave CG or they build their reputation like Hydra did, that they'll fight alone.
Yep.
Yeah, I do like Dex's question that he posed to Dean. Do you have your own gang? Like, are you coming out here with your own boys, or is this just another group you're bringing?
Yeah, he doesn't. That was the issue. That's just not the case. So it is what it is. And I think if he did that, man, we all welcome him with open arms. I know I do anyway. I can't speak for everybody, but I know I do. But it is what it is. And even if he doesn't, and it's some members of Chang Gang or whatever, like, we'll adapt. It is what it is. But at least, you know, it ain't gonna be the ballless turf. So I don't know where he's planning to go, if anywhere.
I mean,
so
Hutch, do you have any idea? To be honest.
I mean, listen, man. I've talked to OTT about it on the side, but listen, man. When it came down to the ballless turf, I think Dean and Taco weren't on the same page on what they wanted to do. The idea is that they just want to go down there, chill, build up, and then do whatever else. But Dean being Dean and not knowing how to have a conversation with a fucking turtle kind of ruined that in about 30 seconds, and it ended up being a full-on war. With that being said, I think they kind of understand all the points you guys are making. I mean, hell, I told them this exact thing whenever we had the conversation, and I think that they are going to come down here on some cordial, just, you know, like you guys said, not really about earning respect, to be honest. Like, and I mean this with all due respect, fuck you guys and the respect that you give. At the end of the day, you didn't give a fuck about people respecting you. That's why you made Rust, and you earned that shit by fucking showing them what's up. OTT got declined the Southside 17 times, yet now this motherfucker's one of the top dogs. At the end of the day, respect is just a word we use for fucking people up and winning gunfights, or by business and helping each other out. So I think Dean needs to understand, and I've told him this, that respect comes in many different ways, and he's going to have to figure out which way he's going to earn that. And obviously, with just him and another motherfucker, it ain't going to be through guns and all the other bullshit, you know? And I think he understands that. You guys have to understand, you know, he coming from the Mandem, and, you know, I like Tommy T, but that's the farthest thing away from a gang in my eyes.
Yeah,
in
he
the
ain't
city.
about that life. Yeah, he ain't about that life.
So he got a far way to come, but like you guys said, and I agree again, he does belong down here. He has the mindset for it. He doesn't care about ruffling feathers. Even if he doesn't try to ruffle feathers again, that man got speech level -7 in Oblivion, and he's gonna ruffle feathers by just talking to people. So
You ain't lying, bro. Yeah, you ain't lying. Well, I mean, whenever Dean's ready to talk, man, we're gonna be all ears. At least I will, and I'll, he's listened to me. I'll listen to him for sure. And
Did Dean get shot too?
I don't know.
Nah, Dean didn't get shot.
I just think it was GSF, and I think Marty. I don't know who else.
Oh, you're talking about the other Dean.
I feel like Marty always goes down those circumstances. It always happens.
Well, it is what it is.
I mean, I just don't believe in that whole total annihilation shit.
Does it mean or does it always go down?
I mean, I only said it to Dex because, like, I get Marty's point. I don't agree with this point, but I understand what Marty was saying. Is that
I do too, and that's why I said what I said.
Yeah, if you're resisting in a spray war, then if there's no other way to fold the war, then you should have enough people around that, like, it can be one spray, then a second spray until either the sprays are resisted, or you concede because you're taking too many losses, and then the sprays stop there, so you lose 2 or 3 or whatever.
I think it's funny.
However much your ego can sustain.
I think all of us have been in a war where it was 1,000% slated to one side. You knew that you were winning. They knew that they were winning. The other side ran out of guns, ran out of money, ran out of fucking... They don't even want to wake up in their houses because they know they're going to get that shit shot up. Yet they do not bend the knee, and they will not compromise till the war ends in fucking Discordia DMs, and it results in just everyone being quiet and saying it is what it is and try not to go to the Bahamas.
All of our wars.
At the end of the day, it's the same thing I told Marty, and I'll say to everybody. We got to put ego to the side when it comes to this shit, because at the end of the day, it's the reason why no wars happen anymore.
They couldn't even put it aside for a fucking meeting.
Listen,
Seriously.
I'm just gonna say it. We need some kind of war fucking etiquette is what we need amongst the gangs.
I tried, Sammy, and when I talked about bandanas and all this other shit, everybody shuts it down because it holds them accountable. They don't like that shit. I think
OTT. You know what it is? What it is people. They all start good. Everything starts fine. The wars always start good. And then one person takes a phone, one person takes a radio, one person takes a bandana off, and then everyone fucking changes immediately. And then they're like, "Oh, your boy did this. Your boy did this."
Yeah.
Every war I've had in the city.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, people will look for excuses. They'll say, "Oh, he pocket wiped me because he took my fucking my karambit," you know?
Listen, man, I don't like to pull the OG card. This kind of shit has been a thing for years, man. Like, listen, you guys in my eyes are as OG as I am. Y'all been around since the beginning of the city, and I consider all you guys an OG. But, at the same time, this city is a revolving wheel between past, present, and future, man, and it does not change. This is the same shit. We had bandanas at one point, and this is the same thing that happened, man. Someone would, like Ray said, bro, take one extra thing. That would be labeled a rap move. The next thing you know, motherfuckers are going and camping each other out at the fucking prison, taking bandanas there. Next thing you know, someone's going to the hospital because 5 of them went down, but 2 of them got helped by some random dude in a car. So then they're going to the hospital to claim the fucking bandana when they walk out and shoot them up. And then next thing you know, someone goes to the Bahamas. So it's like, oh no, now we lost a guy for 7 days. Let's go ahead and end this whole thing. It's the same shit. But just a different fucking day, man. And that's what I'm talking about, where everybody just needs to understand that at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We all want the fucking city to be alive. We all want to get in fights. We want to be act like we fucking belong. We just got to find a way to do that. And all it is, in my opinion, bro, it's just reaching out, bro. Like, at the end of the day, if I got a problem with OTT and it's getting to that point, why bring it to mom and dad? Why not just fucking send that dude a message? If I got a problem with you, Ray, why am I going to go to mom and dad? I just got to send you a fucking message. You're not a bad guy. OTT's not a bad guy. Fucking Benji and Flippy and Kay and all. No, we don't hate each other, bro. We with each other every day, 10 hours a day sometimes. Like, all it has to do is just be a cordial, hey, man, I think your guy fucked up. Okay, let's fucking figure it out. And we can continue this before it goes down that stupid ass path.
That is,
I fully agree.
That's one part of it, but the other part is these fucking Infinity Wars, right? I mean, let's be real. Like, wars feel good. They feel great for the first 3 days.
Yeah,
4 days.
That goes
a week
back to
tops.
the ego thing.
A week tops.
Yeah.
And then it's just everyone's fucking over it, but
Nah,
egos get in the way,
okay,
and
so
shit doesn't end.
This goes
I won't
exactly
even
to what
lie to
Hutch
you,
says,
bruh.
man. Hutch was spotted perfectly. People have an ego, even if they're getting rolled, absolutely. They will keep going until the point where they're either not getting rolled or they get one victor, whatever it is, and then maybe that'll take weeks sometimes, and then they'll start letting off a little bit. That's the problem with the city. People don't.
They can't take an L.
Yeah, I mean, I've had that problem before. I will admit.
I've had that problem, bro.
I've had it. I've learned the hard
We
way,
all-
man. Now I don't even care, bro. Sometimes I'm winning wars and I'm like, I'm done. You know, because
man.
I hate seeing my boys get departed because we all know how it goes, man. And I just don't want to deal with it.
We had that
And
hard with
I
Hydra.
think what Marty was trying to say to
But it was
Dex,
fun.
without being a complete and utter dick about it, even though, you know,
The Hydra war was
the shit was
crazy.
already done, is like, I believe that, like, if your group can't be around to defend sprays, then I think it's up to the leader to go to the other group and concede and then give them a spray, like hand one over. You know, if 6 people can't be around to defend, and I mean, not talking for one day, if it's a consistent thing where it's just like, shit, man, our boys just aren't waking up for whatever fucking reason. I don't care about Liberty City stuff and other shit. If you can't defend, bro, and you started this war and shit has gone on, you need to give up. You just need to give some shit.
Yeah.
Even if your boys aren't there, just let it go. We're not talking about losing your entire territory and fucking, you know, but people's egos get in the way, bro. They let
the
all the
difference
locals
between-
around them dictate how they should feel, and they take it to heart. And it's horrible. It's shitty.
I mean, I'll bring up, you know, I mean, back in the day, bro, the people who lived on your block, man, those guys, those locals dictated the gang that was on that territory, you know, and we've now moved past that because y'all went and took that. We have Gulag gang taking their shit. Like, at the end of the day, man, I can understand what Marty's saying about Dex, okay? I can understand where he's saying the point of, like, you know, you wanted this war, I wanted this war. We both went into this war knowing the VU, but we have to compromise with you because you won't give it to us, even though it's completely one-sided. But at the same time, I can understand what Dex is saying, where he's not the only one. We were at war with Gulag gang with fucking when X was fucking with us, right? And we fucked him up, or John Paul, sorry. John Paul was fucking with us and we fucked him up. They wouldn't bend the knee either. We've been at war with people where they fucked us up and we didn't bend the knee, man. Like, everybody has done this. It's not just a one crew. It's only Dex. It's only me. It's only him. Everybody's done it. Everybody. And it's just something that we got to change. And if we don't change, next month, 2 months, 3 months, 8 months from now, we're going to be right here having the same fucking meeting again for the 100th fucking time.
Well, that's part of it too, is when one side, there's always going to be one side that pretty much comes out on top, right? And the problem is, a lot of the times, is that one side, depending on how the war's going, starts to ask for a lot, maybe even too much. Hey, it's 200K a day that you keep this going. If people established what they wanted from the beginning, I feel like this would be, like, wars would be a lot healthier.
Bro, it's our fault, man. I've said this 1,000 times. CG is responsible for this. Like, I love my boys and they're my homies and they're my ride or die. They're the only ones who are going to put my ass in a casket, other than Wrangler that one time. But they're the only ones who are going to kill me. That's how I've always been. You guys know this. It's how I gained the respect in the city, is by my fucking deaths. Okay? But what the boys is, when they started charging money to end wars, that was the worst thing that could have ever happened, because now everyone's terrified of war, because not only are you going to lose guns and whatever, now you got to pay to fucking end it. In my opinion, that's the dumbest thing that we've ever fucking done. A war is over something. At the end of the day, when you get that shit back, it should be over. I agree.
That's a good point.
I think the boys would agree if they were here with me right now. Even though I don't think anyone here is going to doubt that we have the power to take over every fucking
think it'd be funny.
gang in Los Santos one by one.
Exactly.
I told them that. You don't do it, though.
Exactly, and that's the issue, where it's like, no one wants to go to war with us, because not only are you going to have to fight us, now you're going to have to pay us a little bit for the respect that you wanted to question. You know?
Well, I will say that the sprays have kind of reinforced that mentality as well. I mean, now war costs fucking millions. I remember the fucking first Marabunta war, what, 50K?
Yeah.
You know?
It was nothing.
Now it's fucking millions.
Now it's
You know
like
how much
500K
fucking
a
meth
spray.
I have to sell for that shit? It's ridiculous, man.
Pistol's going to be even worse now. Like 30 Deagles is 1.5 million. So.
Hutch, we were talking about the spray stuff earlier. I wish you were there for that. Like, there would be such a simple solution to like 90% of the issues that we had in every single spray war. And it's like, when can we buy a wipe cloth to use it, because we don't know if there's always 6 people around. 1 person, 2 people could have gone to sleep, you know? So if you could buy that cloth and it tells you, like, you locked it in, you know?
Yeah.
That would be
It's
nice.
Like, I can't buy this right now. Like, you know, it's like you go to the boss. It's like, hey, I can't buy this right now. It doesn't seem like there's enough people active.
But as soon as you can, it would
make it to where you guys aren't driving around for 3 hours expecting there to be 6, but then there's not 6 and there's 4. No, I 100% get this, man, and I'll shout at Francis.
That's the number one thing.
I definitely want to hear
the number one thing.
Can you just imagine if, let's say, taking sprays was much easier, but the stakes were much lower?
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
kinda,
and then
man.
so our territories morph and change, but
yeah, but the problem with that is, man, is the reason why this was ever in
Is Garrett here?
I'll give you an idea behind it. The reason why this was ever in a position is
My
for this
boy
exact
Garrett
reason. Like,
was
I mean,
good.
it wasn't
Inflation
too long
blame
ago where there was
culture.
wars literally every
My
single
man
fucking
Garrett.
day between
I fucking
another
love you,
crew
buddy.
and this, that, and the other, and then everyone
Chat,
started
go support
complaining
Garrett.
that
He's
wars
lovely.
had no meaning. So then, you know, the gods sit up there on their fucking thrones and they say, how can we give a meeting? Now let's introduce millions of dollars into it. Now everyone's complaining that there's too much meeting and there's too much money involved. So then they regress, and that's why, in my opinion, it's where it is now, is because no matter what they do or how we do it, there's always going to be people, and I'm not throwing this in your face. I am just saying there's always going to be something to nitpick and to be like, oh, it's not perfect.
Yes.
You know?
yeah,
but
people
Hutch,
are always going to make problems out of it. It's always going to be us at the
I've
end of
been
the day.
in so many turf wars already, and I'm telling you, the price is actually not that big of an issue. I enjoy the fact that I'm spending $500,000-$600,000 on the attempt. It's so intense. It's crazy. You know, it's one of the craziest things. That should be how it is.
It's not an issue for gangs that fucking rob the casino and shit like that. I mean,
I
fucking sling meth for fucking hours a day.
It is on us. It is on us to be able to get up and start to do the hierarchy. Listen, I fully agree to a degree with what you're saying, Sammy, but at the same time, it's up to us as a group to work our way up to make that money. If we're going to try and go and expand and put 30, 40 sprays down, we got to have the money and firepower to actually defend it, or we're going to lose it.
And that's
just the way it is.
I'm going to go back to his point. 1 second, Kimbo. I want to go back to that. If you are at the point where wiping a spray costs you $400,000 to $500,000, that means that you already have 30 or 40 sprays, which means you already have the money to get that much turf and the money to set up that many sprays. But if you're a smaller gang, 8, 9, 10 sprays, you can go wipe CG spray for like $100K, and you have the monetary value to do that. So, in my personal opinion, I think it's good. I
think spray wipes should be a war-ending action, either win or lose. Like if you attempt, so let's use a VU as an example, right? 20s gangsters used to take rackets off each other all the time, right? And if the VU is a racket and GG wants it off GSF, they war for, I don't know, 3-4 days, and then the spray wipe for the turf that bracket sits on is effectively your last play at that turf. Like if it's resisted, then that should just be it until, so that way you're not losing huge, like you don't end up with a chain kind of scenario where you just get chain rolled for sprays and you lose like a quarter of your turf in one war.
There is too much experience with war. I do,
man.
Like
you're losing 6 or 7 sprays. Like it should be, because the ideal scenario, and we did it with ballers, is our war ended on a mutual terms not related to spray contests because they failed to take our sprays, but we traded sprays at the end of the war regardless, and it resulted in small changes in turf. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of how spray wars would go if sides are completely mismatched, which is gangs like that are much smaller losing 6, 7, 8 sprays over the course of a war.
I think it should be capped. Like I honestly
but that's a people problem. We just have to kind of come together and agree on things.
It's a context problem. At the end of the day, it's a context problem. Like, here's my thing. It's not about what you lose or what happens. It's about why it even started in the first place. Like, if you went to go and get VU, and that war was for VU, then you should go after the VU. You know, if the war starts and you're like, I want this spray, then you get those sprays, and then you're like, well, we're already clapping them, let's get 5 more. That's whenever, again, there's an issue. So it's one of those things where
I'm in the change of system because I have good ideas of it, chat. I do it so much.
People have to understand in the city, you got to coexist with other people, and other people don't have the time nor the ticket to be able to put in as many hours as, say, someone like me who can get in whenever I want. So that's on me as a person not to be a piece of fucking shit. And
Nailed
say,
it.
I want to take every single thing
Nailed
that you have ever
it.
had because I'm a grown-ass man and I can make that decision for myself to not be a piece of shit.
Yeah, just make it not fun for everybody else. Listen, there's a lot of sore losers in the city as well. Where I know we keep talking, or sorry, sore winners. I know we keep talking about the sore losers, but there's fucking people that aren't even happy with winning. They want more and more and more and more and more. And it becomes almost like a toxic nature where it's like, dude, you just fucking crippled this group. You fucking crippled them. You know, you take a couple sprays against some of these groups, it's going to take them a month to recover.
You got any
right?
food?
So I'm
it's
with
on
you
them for being able to understand, like,
Yeah,
listen,
I know,
man, if I go to, like, let's use the Vagos, for example. I go down to their turf, I want to take a shit on their cat, right? They want to fucking beef up their chest and shoot me over it. They lose a spray because of it. Maybe you should have just let me shit on your fucking cat and just swallowed your own fucking pride, right? I understand wanting to bark back at the big dog, but at the same time, you got to understand when you're a small fry, that's when you build up and you remember that. You put it fucking deep down in your gut. Then when you have 8, 9 people that can come and clap my ass, you fucking do it.
Yeah.
Anyone got a piece of food? I don't want to interrupt, but anyone got some food before I pass out?
You did say that was a good point though. With the when you're purchasing the spray, give it like it gives you a heads
I'll
up.
talk to Franny about it.
That's a really good idea. I'm just saying right now, if there's like at least 6 people,
it's an amazing idea.
And then it stops you from spending the money, and then no one's around, and it just goes to waste. It's just
the only problem with that is it's going to be hard for them to be able to, like, I guess they could correlate it with the app, and then whoever's in the city. It's going to be a lot of.
So here's the easy way to do it, right?
The only thing.
If you go up to it, right, and you're going up to the person, the crime boss that you're buying the spray wipe from, and there are at least 6 people awake from the other gang that you targeting it. Say I'm like going for CG. It says CG. I press it. You know, I let him know. I'm like, hey, I want to go for CG. And he's like, oh yeah, there's 6 people around. It locks you in. You're locked in at that point.
Just make sure that it's telling you when you go to buy it. Otherwise, motherfuckers are going to go there and go, oh, are there X number awake?
No, it doesn't tell you. You know what? It's not. It's not going to be like that.
When you spend the money.
I'll have a conversation with him, and if it is possible, then I guarantee you he's definitely going to want to try and do it. But that's, again, it's just a listen. I didn't think half the shit in this city was possible to what they have now. So I mean, I guarantee you they'll be able to rat their way around. You know, he's a sloth.
That's the number. That's the number one thing. If that was fixed, I'm just saying it would be a lot better. All right, gentlemen. Hey, what's up? Tacos here now. Oh,
somebody buys the fucking spray and then waits for the motherfuckers to go to sleep.
That's it, chat. That's it.
That's why Ray was saying you lock it in.
It locks you in. So
yeah, but like, how do you know that someone's bought a spray against you?
Oh yeah. I get your point.
yeah, but the wipe. Here's the thing, buddy. The wipe spray, whatever it is, it's going bad fast in your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, well, that's how it'd have to be, right?
Yeah.
Easy. Make it last make the paint evaporate in like
20, 30 minutes.
An hour.
Yeah. 15
an hour tops.
Probably less.
Yeah, no, that's easy.
Well, do
boys.
this for me, Ray. If you don't mind, can you send me an email with exactly what you're saying?
Yeah,
so
no, I'll do it right now.
I got you. OTT, you do the same. And then when Francis wakes up, I'll have a conversation with him. I'll let him know the stuff that you guys are talking to me about, and I'll email you guys back if it's possible or not.
Beautiful.
Okay.
And also, I guess that's it. I think now that the city is allowing 250 people to come off, I think 6 on the app is still probably the best. When it was down to like 200, we needed that app to go down to 4 for the locals to be active. But now that it's 250, I'm not sure if everybody's still struggling, but it's been a lot easier for us.
The other thing was as well is maybe being able to expand on just having 15 on there.
No, unless you know our gentleman's agreement is changed in regards to who can respond, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then when a spray is contested, we're going to be fighting. Oh fuck! How many numbers do we have?
Yeah.
It'll just be a mess.
Yeah, that's fine. I think what Ray is saying is a really great step in the right direction.
Thank
Big
you.
time.
I appreciate that, OTT. I put a lot of thought into that. Trust me. I was thinking about that for a while.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we can officially adjourn this meeting. It has been one for the record books, I would imagine.
Only half the meeting died. So
Yeah, I'm writing it up and I'm sending it to him right now.
You know what? This last like 15 minutes have been super productive.
Yeah, more productive than
Holy shit!
last couple hours.
Hey,
All right,
Marty.
boys. Well, it's been a pleasure, y'all. I'll talk to y'all
Thank
later.
you, Hutch.
I don't blame
See
you,
ya.
bro. I get it. Right.
Are we trapped?
Fucking Mac, dude.
So who died?
Dex
What's
called. Dex called. Said, "Oh yeah, but we don't want to be like the TikTok gangsters." And then Mario ran up to him. He was like, "You say what? You say what? You say what? You're gonna bark at me?